So today I'll be taking you through the web-based platform on the spread betting account, and hopefully we should be able to cover all the main topics that you need to know before you can start trading with us. So when you first log into your account, this is the screen that you'll see, and this is the My IG section. So at the top, you've got dashboard. So this is the first screen that you'll see, and the dashboard is an area that gives you a very good overview of the types of accounts that you have with us. You can also see some market news, some live pricing, news and analysis, and then at the bottom you can sign up to some other webinars. But today we'll be going through the spread betting account. So at the top you've got the spread bet and CFD section, and this will list the spread betting account that you have with us. It also lists the CFD accounts, and if you have any MetaTrader accounts, they will also be in this section here. Underneath, you've got the share dealing accounts, which include share dealing, ISA, and SIP accounts, also Smart Portfolio. And then at the bottom here, you've got the spread betting and CFD demo accounts. So if you're looking to place some practice trade using virtual funds, you can see those accounts at the bottom here. You can also add accounts from this section. So today, as I mentioned, we're going through spread betting, but if you wish to add other accounts, you simply click on Add an Account button, and you have a whole range of different accounts that you can add on. The next tab shows you live accounts. So this gives you an overview of the account that you're looking at. So because we've chosen spread betting, we can see everything that there is to know about the spread betting account. And you can change the type of account from this drop-down menu here. Before you can start trading with IG, you do need to have funds on your account, and you can easily deposit funds through the payment section here. So the most popular way to deposit funds would be by debit or credit card, because it's free to do and it goes on straight away. And you can simply click on fund using card, enter your details here, and these funds should go onto your account straight away, completely free of charge. When you want to withdraw funds, you can also do it from this section here. The other methods of depositing funds would be by PayPal, which is also free, and then bank transfer as well. If you want to see a history of the trades that you've done, you can see them from this tab here, and you can also generate a statement or statements of any trades that you've done. That's for the live account. The same applies for the demo account. And then lastly, we've got settings. Now, I won't go through all of the settings, but the one that I will mention is ProRealTime. So for those of you that are into technical analysis and you like to look at the charts in a bit more detail, we do offer an advanced charting package called ProRealTime. And ProRealTime is completely free of charge if you're a regular trader. So by regular, as long as you place at least 4 transactions per calendar month, it's completely free of charge. Otherwise, there is a charge of £30 per month, but you can activate and deactivate ProRealTime at any point from this tab here. So we'll go back to the dashboard. And because we're looking at spread betting, to get into the platform, we simply click on this blue button that says Open New Platform. And this is the screen that we'll see. And I'll just make it a bit bigger so you can see clearly. So for the very first time that you log into the platform, you'll notice that it's blank, because we like to make the platform customizable so you can build it in the layout that suits you. So this whole blank area here is the workspace. And the workspace pretty much allows you to add different markets, different tools into the workspace that you prefer. At the top, you can see your funds, your live profit and loss, your margin. On the right-hand side, you can see notifications. So notifications, as you'll see when we do the webinar, gives you an update or notification of any trade that you've made, any orders that you've amended, anything that you do regarding trading will appear in this section here. If you click on tweets, you'll be able to see live market news that's related to the financial market. So you'll notice that handles are from Reuters, from City AM, from Bloomberg, etc. Or you can have a combination of the two, but we'll leave it on notifications for today. And then on the left-hand column, you have a whole list of different markets that we offer. So as I said, the workspace is customizable, and you can build as many workspaces as you like simply by clicking on the plus sign and giving the workspace a name. If you know the name of the markets that you're interested in, we have a search function, so you can simply click on search and type in what you're looking for. So if I'm typing Barclays, it brings up Barclays PLC. If you're not sure of what you're looking for, we have lots of different sections. So at the top, you've got indices, which covers the major indices, so Wall Street, which is the Dow Jones, Germany 30, which is the DAX, FTSE 100, etc. You've got currency pairs. So we offer around 90 different currency pairs that you can trade with IG, euro dollar, pound against dollar, dollar yen, etc. Cryptocurrency, so we do offer a wide range of cryptocurrencies which have been very popular, as I'm sure many of you would have heard, shares, commodities, and so on. If you like to look at a range of different markets in one place, you can have what's called a watch list. So a watch list allows you to keep all of your favorite markets in the same place. So for example, if I wanted to create a watch list, I can do one here. Let's call it Monday. You've got watch list. If you now pick a market that you're interested in, let's say the Dow, and click on this button here, you can add this to your watch list, and you can have as many watch lists as you like to keep things separate. But what we're going to do is to actually build our workspace. We're going to make this in a layout that we can see what we're trading, and you'll see as I add things to my watch list. So I mentioned the watch list not too long ago. IG have also created a number of different watch lists that you can look at. So to cover the main markets that people trade, I will click on popular markets. Now, when you click on popular markets, you'll see that you have the indices at the top, currencies, commodities, and shares. And you'll also notice in the top right-hand corner, you have the blue button that says Add to Workspace. So I'm going to click on Add to Workspace, and this will add it to the blank area that we had when we first logged in. And let's just make it slightly bigger. I'm also going to add positions, because when we're trading, we want to be able to see the live trades that we're doing. So I'll add this to Workspace, and I'll just move it down here. And then lastly, I'm going to add orders. And I'll explain the difference between orders and positions as we go through the webinar. And I'll just move it down here, but bear in mind, because this is customizable, you can have your workspace in any layout that suits you. So the first thing that we're going to do is to place a trade. And we're going to pick the FTSE 100 because it's at the top and it's very popular. So to place a trade, you simply click on the name of the market that you want to trade. And it brings up a chart and a deal ticket on the right-hand side. So the first thing that we need to do on the deal ticket is decide if we want to sell or to buy. Now, sell means that we believe the price of the market is going to go down. It's also referred to as going short. And buy means that we believe the price of the market is going to go up. And you may also hear this being referred to as to go long. So for this example, we're going to click on buy. And we now need to specify how much are we looking to buy. So we'll put 1. That means £1 per point. So if we're buying at £1 a point, it means that we believe the price of the FTSE is going to go up. And for every point the market goes up, we make £1. Now, a point movement is a whole number movement. So if we're buying at the current level of 68.82 spot 2, and the market goes to 68.83 spot 2, that's a 1 point movement. There's always the number to the left of the decimal point. Every point this goes up, we make £1. For every point the market goes down, we'll be making a loss of £1. So if we buy at 68.81 and it goes to 68.80, that will be a loss of £1. And there are ways that we can minimize our losses, and that's by using a stop loss, which is the next box down. There are actually 3 types of stop losses, but I'm going to go through the normal stop loss to begin with, and I'll cover the others later. So a stop loss is an instruction to exit the market if it moves against us. So let's say I'm going to put my stop loss 20 points away. That means if I'm buying at this price of 68.82 spot 2, and the market goes 20 points against me, so if it goes down by 20 points to 68.62 spot 2, I no longer want to be in this position. If I'm doing £1 a point with a stop loss 20 points away, that means I'm prepared to lose no more than £20. And it tells you underneath the price that you would be taken out and the amount in pounds that you would stand to lose. You don't have to put a stop loss, by the way, but it's a good way to manage risk. Underneath, you've got the limit, and the limit works in the opposite to a stop loss. So for example, if I put 30 in the limit box, that means if I buy at this price of 68.81 and the market goes up by 30 points to 69.11, the system will automatically close my trade at a profit. And the reason for a limit is it's generally if you're not watching the market, so if you're not at your computer or if you're not looking at the app, rather than missing out on an opportunity when the market goes in your favor, the system will automatically close your trade at a profit. And then underneath, you've got the margin required. So this is the amount that you need as a minimum on the account to open this position. So for a retail account, that's 5%. And this figure is calculated by doing your bet size, so 1 times the price, and 5% of that. Your resulting position is +1 because we are buying, we are long £1 a point. Click on the green place deal button, and you have your confirmation here that you bought £1 a point at this price with a stop loss at this level and a limit at this level. This also appears in your notifications tab, and it appears in the positions section. So you can keep an eye on the live trades that you've done. You can see your size, your opening level, the latest price, your stop and limit, and also your live profit and loss. And this trade will remain open until either you close it or until it reaches your stop or limit level. You can also amend your stop and limit at any point, as long as the market's open, completely free of charge. And anytime that you make an amendment, as I said, it will appear in the notifications window here. You can also amend your stop and limit through the charts. So if you click on your position, by simply dragging the stop and limit levels, that will amend your stop and limit, and you'll get your notification here as well. So it's very flexible. If you change your mind or if the market does something that you want to make an amendment on your position, you can very easily do so on the platform. So that's how you place a trade to buy, to go long. Now let's pick something else such as euro dollar, because I know lots of clients like to trade the currency. So we'll pick euro dollar. As before, you have your chart on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, you have your deal ticket. This time we're going to sell. So we'll click on the sell box, because sell means that we believe the price of this market will go down. So it means that we believe the price of the euro will weaken against the dollar. And once again, we'll do £1 a point. In this scenario, we're going to make money if the price goes down. And as I mentioned, a point movement is always a whole number movement. It's always the number to the left of the decimal point. So if we're selling at a level of 114.43 and the market goes to 114.42, we make £1. Every point the market goes down, we make £1. And the good thing about currencies is that the point movement, the number is normally bigger, so you can clearly see the value of 1 point. We can now use a stop loss. Now, I mentioned that there are 3 different types of stop loss. In the previous example, we used the normal stop loss. With the normal stop loss, you're subject to what's called slippage. So in the previous example, when I used the stop loss on the FTSE, which was 20 points away, let's say the market was moving very quickly, and in actual fact, it didn't move 20 points, it actually jumped 30 points. We would potentially be 10 points worse off with a normal stop loss, which is free to place. With a guaranteed stop loss that we're going to use now, if I put my stop loss 50 points away, it doesn't matter if the market jumps 100 points away, but because we've guaranteed our stop loss, we cannot lose more than the £50 or 50 points that we've specified. Now, because we're selling, a stop loss comes into play when the market goes up. So if the market goes up by 50 points, we no longer want to be in this position. So if it goes from 114.44 to 114.94, the system will automatically close our trade at an absolute limited loss. There is a charge to use guaranteed stop, but you only get charged to use the stop if the guaranteed stop actually gets triggered. So if the market gets to that price. If you close your trade before it reaches the guaranteed stop loss level, you won't be charged. But the charge itself is relatively small. So for this example, we charge 1.2 points. So if we're doing £1 a point, it will cost us £1.20 to use a guaranteed stop. And you can see that information on here. As before, we can use a limit, let's say 40 points. So that's saying if the market goes 40 points in our favor, we want to close the trade at a profit. So if we sell at 114.45 and the market goes down to 114.04, the system will automatically close our trade at a profit. Because we're doing £1 a point, that will be a profit of £40. The margin required is calculated here again. Our resulting position is -1 because we are short £1 a point. Click on place deal and you have your confirmation here as well. And it joins the FTSE position in this section here. The main difference that you'll see with this one is that the size is -1 because we are short, we are selling £1 a point. And our stop has a G next to it because it's guaranteed. Now I'm going to place a trade on gold, so I can show you how to use our third type of stop loss, which is the trailing stop. So as before, you'll notice the deal ticket looks exactly the same for every market that we offer. So I'll click on buy because we believe the price will go up. I'll do £1 a point, but this time my stop is going to be trailing. Now, a trailing stop loss is a special type of stop loss because it allows you to lock in profits as the market moves in your favor. So instead of having to manually change your stop loss if the market goes the way you want it to, the system will automatically do it for you. So let's say I put my stop loss 50 points away and I'm buying at this price of 12.84. So ordinarily my stop loss comes into play when the market drops to 12.34. But I can put a step. So let's say I put a step of 10. That means if the market goes up from 1284 to 1294, my stop loss is also going to move up accordingly. So for every 10 points the market goes in my favor, my stop loss will follow. So you can lock in profits as the market moves in your favor, completely free of charge, and you can edit this as many times as you want to. And it's, yeah, as I said, completely free to use this, and you've got the flexibility there. With the limit, as before, if the market goes in your favor, let's say by 25 points, the system will automatically close your trade at a profit. The margin, once again, is calculated. Your resulting position is +1. Place deal, confirmation here, here, and it joins our other two positions in the positions window. And the difference with this one is that your stop has a T next to it because it's a trailing stop. So that's how you use the three different types of stop losses that we offer. Now, lastly, I'm going to select Lloyds Banking Group. Something slightly different here. So in the previous examples, we placed a deal. So a deal means that we would trade in on the live market price. Now it's currently evening. So the UK stock market is open from 8 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. So you cannot buy or sell shares outside of those hours. And you'll get the notification here that the market is not currently open to trade. What you can do, however, is to place an order. And an order is an instruction to enter the market at a different price to the current market price. It doesn't necessarily have to be used when the market's closed, because you can place a trade on the FTSE or euro dollar or gold when the market's open, but at a different price. But in this scenario, the market is closed, so the only thing we can do is to place an order for a different price. So we'll select that we're buying because we believe the price of Lloyds will go up. We'll do £1 a point. But what we need to do here is to specify at what price do we want to buy Lloyds. So the last price that we could have traded was at 53.97. Let's say, for example, we don't want to buy Lloyds until it gets to 55 pence. So we enter our price level in here. Expiry, how long do we want the order to remain here for? So by default, it's good till cancelled. So the order will stay there until either Lloyds gets to 55 pence or we cancel the order because we no longer want to do this trade. Alternatively, you can specify an actual date and time that you want the order to remain there for. But we'll leave it on good till cancelled. The stop loss, if the market moves against us, we no longer want to be in the trade. Let's say I have it 3 points away. Now, bear in mind that 3 points is the distance from the price level, not from this price here. So we're saying if we buy at £1 a point at a price of 55 pence, if the market goes down by 3 points to 52 pence, which you can see under here, we no longer want to be in the trade and we'll make a loss of £3. As before, you've got your limit. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't need to have a limit, but you can do. If the market goes up by 5 points from 55 to 60, this will automatically close our trade at a profit of £5 because we're doing £5 a point. The margin is £11. That's how much we need as a minimum on our account to open this position. Click on place stop order and you have your confirmation here and also in here. However, it doesn't appear in the positions window because it's not a live trade. It is in actual fact a working order, and it will remain in the working order section until the price of 55 pence gets hit. So hopefully that's covered the main aspects of how to place the three different types, or a trade to go long, to go short, using the three different types of stop losses and order, and also how to place a working order. Now, all of the trades that I've done, I've put no kind of research into this, purely guesswork, which is why I'm running a loss at the moment. But before you place a trade, I suspect a lot of you will be looking at the charts. So If I click on the FTSE 100, just going back to this example, you would have seen that we had the chart on the left-hand side. Now, this was actually a 15-minute chart. You can change the time frame of your chart. So that was 15 minutes. You can have a 2-minute chart. You might want to put a daily chart. So it's very customizable. If you right-click, you can also add indicators. So we do offer quite a wide range of the most popular indicators, and simply just click on the ones that you're interested in, let's say moving average, and it will add the indicator to your chart. If you want to look at charts side by side, or even up to 4 charts, then you can do. And you can look at different time frames and compare the two to each other. You may recall very, very early on in the webinar, I mentioned that we have the advanced charting package, ProRealTime. So for those of you that have activated ProRealTime, you can access it from this section here, and that will open up in another window, which gives you access to the advanced charts and more technical indicators, more testing that you can do, more customizable. If you want to look at market news, now this section is very, very popular. If you click on this drop-down menu here, bear in mind we're looking at the FTSE, there is an option to open up market data. Now, market data takes you to another page, which gives you all the information that you need to know about the markets that you're looking at. So we're looking at the FTSE. So we have a chart of the FTSE at the top. If you scroll down, you've got news from Reuters. Now, the news that you see here is all up to date, and more importantly, it's related to the markets that you're looking for. You've also got chart patterns. All the news is related to anything that can affect the price of the FTSE. As you can see, the most recent update was 22 minutes ago. Client sentiment is very, very interesting because it shows you what percentage of IG clients are long or short on any particular market. So at the moment, 51% of IG clients are short. So 51% of IG clients believe the price of the FTSE is going to go down. It's not a great indication because it's pretty much half, but for some markets, it's a very clear view of what direction the clients think markets will be going in. You've got trading activity, the top movers of the day, and if you scroll down, you can see that clients that are trading the FTSE are, as you can imagine, also trading other indices such as Wall Street, the DAX, S&P 500. So this is the news for the FTSE. Just to show you that this information changes depending on the market that you're looking at, if I select something like Amazon and then go to market data, the news is different. The news talks about Wall Street, talks about the American markets. The client sentiment is completely different. So our clients have a very strong view that the price of this market is going to go up. So 89% of IG clients believe the price of Amazon is going to rise. That doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. So after you've done your own research and looked at the charts, it's a great place to come to just to do some cross-referencing to see what other IG clients think will happen. And bear in mind, this is just based on IG clients. And then if you scroll down, you'll see that clients that are trading Amazon are also trading other US markets, so Apple, Facebook, Netflix, etc. So I would definitely suggest to have a look at this section because it's very useful, it's interesting, and you can find out everything that you need to know about a particular market in one place. Now, a couple of things I'd just like to go through before we finish. How do I close a trade? Simply click on close. And the system will do the opposite to what you did initially. So I'm selecting spot gold. We bought at £1 a point to a +1. When you click on close, the system automatically knows that you bought. So the only thing that you can do to close your position is to sell the same amount. click on close, and you have your confirmation here and here. And it's a fairly straightforward and quick process. We'll do the same for, let's say, the FTSE. But bear in mind, you can partially close positions. So if you only wanted to close half of your position, you can enter 0.5 or 50p a point, click on close. It closes half of your position and it leaves the other half running. So you've got the flexibility there. And if you simply want to delete an order, click on delete and it's gone. And you'll see your confirmation that your order has been deleted over here. On the left-hand side, a few extras that I'm just going to mention. So signals. Signals have always been very popular. So we do have signals from two third-party companies called PIA First and Auto Chartist. I'm just going to add this to the workspace, make it slightly bigger. So these are signals that have been identified. It's not advice, but it's somewhere to come to if you're not really sure of what levels to enter the market. So as an example, if I pick FTSE 100, we actually have a sell signal here from PIA First. So this has a confidence level of 65%. This signal shows you the latest price, your entry price, and where to put your stop or limit. It also shows you, it gives you information on why this signal has been identified, the reasons for it. If you're happy with this signal and you want to copy this signal, all you need to do is click on copy to order. It will fill in the details in your ticket, in your order ticket. You need to specify how much you're looking to do per point. Let's say 1. Place stop order, and this will copy this to your working orders. Once the market reaches this level, the order will automatically be triggered. So it's a good place to come to if you're not really sure. It's not advice, it's not 100%, but it's a good place to come to see what kind of opportunities there are that you can take advantage of within the market. I am aware that the screen can get quite cluttered. So if you did want to open up another workspace or create another workspace, you can do so by clicking on that plus sign, open a workspace and add your signals to this workspace instead. You've also got news. So if you have a particular market that you're interested in, let's say Bitcoin, which has been popular, you can type in Bitcoin and all the news is related to Bitcoin. You can add this to your workspace. Good thing about the workspace is that you only have to add things to your workspace once. So if you log out and log back in, everything that you had set up will still be there. And then lastly, I'm going to go through settings. So settings really is here to save you time. If you always place the same size trades, the system can remember your deal size. So if you always do £1 a point on the FTSE or £10 a point on Wall Street, rather than having to enter in your size every time, the system will remember it. The same goes for stops and limits. The next section, not too relevant. And then lastly, you've got platform settings. So more for cosmetic reasons, you can actually change the background of your platform to be in the dark settings. And some people do prefer this. They find it a lot easier on the eye. So you've got full flexibility there. And that's pretty much covered how to use this platform on the spread betting account. We do appreciate feedback. So any feedback that you've got, please do let us know. If you want to sign up to other webinars, then you can do so from the help menu here. If you have an account manager, do feel free to contact that person. We're happy to help. Also, our help desk are 24 hours. We'll be happy to deal with any queries. And then lastly, you've got IG community. So if you'd like to discuss with like-minded IG traders on a number of different topics, you can access IG community as well, completely free of charge. But that's pretty much covered how to use the platform. Do log in now with the link in the description below, or click on the card in the top right of the screen to get started. Thank you for your time, and hopefully we'll see you again at another webinar soon.